Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. Pennsylvania State Police have released an update regarding the house fire due to an explosion in Sugarloaf last week. According to a press release, the occupant of the home, 32-year-old Aaron Moore, was located and declared deceased by Pennsylvania State Police. The fire originally took place around 4:30 a.m. on Wednesday, February 12th, at 51 Cabana Lane in Sugarloaf. Crews were alerted to the scene by a neighbor who heard two pops, saw the house on fire, and called 911. Emergency crews from Sugarloaf, Valley Regional, Nuremberg-Weston, Hazel Township, Nescopeck Township, and Wapwalpin operated at the scene for over 5 hours. The Troop and Criminal Investigation Unit and Fire Marshal Unit are still investigating the cause of the fire in Sugarloaf. A paper plant in Hazel Township that employs over 100 people will soon close its doors. The International Paper Box Plant, located at 533 Forest Road in Hazel Township, warned its 107 employees about the February closure in accordance with the Worker Adjustment and Retaining Notification Act. According to Wyln, employers must give a 60-day notice when there are plant closings of over 50 employees or if there are other mass layoffs. In a press release, the company announced a total of 674 employees will be impacted across 4 locations in the country. The plant on Forest Road in Hazel Township is set to close on April 14th. Police in Hazleton are investigating the theft of multiple copper pipes and hundreds of feet of copper wire from the Alphia pet food manufacturing plant located in Hazel Township. Troopers said that 2 men arrived in a 2007 Chevrolet HHR and stole the materials around 12:20 a.m. on Monday, February 10th. The vehicle had black roof racks and a faulty rear tailgate that would not remain open. Upon further investigation, state police believe the vehicle is from New Jersey or New York based on the registration and inspection sticker on the windshield and having a registration plate holder on the front bumper. Troopers suspect that the 2 men may have traveled on State Route 61 and Interstate 81. Anyone with information on the stolen items is asked to call Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton at 570-459-3890. Coming up on WYLN News, 5 people in Hazel Township are arrested for stealing from Walmart. Plus, a Scranton teen is reported missing. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities, because more expertise and convenient care means better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow we're going to be partly cloudy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A woman is wanted by the Carbon County Sheriff's Office. Kristen Sinicola is wanted for 2 counts of use or possession of drug paraphernalia. She is known to have ties to the Lansford area. Anyone with information on Sinicola's whereabouts is asked to contact the Carbon County Sheriff's Office at 570-325-2821. 5 people have been arrested after being accused of retail thefts at the Walmart in Hazel Township. According to police, troopers responded to Walmart in Hazel Township for separate retail theft incidents from January into February. On January 9th, around 6:40 p.m., troopers said they were called to the Walmart for reports of a 53-year-old man and a 56-year-old woman who stole $56.16 worth of food items. Police say on February 12th, around 5 p.m., a 59-year-old woman from Drums hid various food items worth $62.20 and passed all points of sale. Then on February 13th, troopers stated a 26-year-old woman from Freeland tried to steal $100 worth of candy and chocolate. A 4th incident was reported on February 18th, where police say a 43-year-old woman from Staten Island underran crochet items valued at $46.96. All 5 have been charged through the district court in Hazel Township. A house in Wilkes-Barre sustained heavy damage after a fire Wednesday afternoon. According to the Wilkes-Barre City Fire Department, several fire crews were dispatched for a fire that broke out around 3:15 p.m. in the 200 block of Cunningham Avenue near Jenks Lane in Wilkes-Barre. Crews say the fire started in the back of the home and quickly spread, however no one was injured in the fire. The cold weather also factored into taking out the fire as the area surrounding the home became slick with ice. Crews operated for over 5 hours to bring the fire under control. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Police in Scranton are searching for a missing teen. 15-year-old Riley Larnard has been reported missing after she was last seen on Saturday, February 15th in the 1500 block of Von Storch Avenue. Police describe Larnard as standing 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing 120 pounds, with black hair and hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing a gray zip-up coat and cow print pants. Anyone with information is asked to contact Scranton Police Juvenile Officer Kay Uher at kuher@scrantonpa.gov. You can also call the Scranton Police Patrol Office at 570-348-4134 or the Scranton Police Detective Bureau at 570-348-4139. Coming up on McAdoo's News Choice, Chris Homer leads us down the path through history with Williamsport, Part 1. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
On this week's show, you're going to see Eric Van Fleet's story. 20 years ago, he got hurt at work, had surgery, has screws and plates in his back. He was afraid of chiropractors. Now he's under chiropractic care. Watch the show to see how gentle and effective chiropractic can be.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brux night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
When the Revolution broke out in the 1770s, many Native Americans still living along the Susquehanna River's West Branch sided with the British against the colonists, believing the former could better protect their ancestral lands. July 10, 1778 would prove a crucial date in this clash of civilizations in the area. A group of wagons carrying 16 colonial settlers in this day was approaching Lycoming Creek, headed for the outpost community of Jaysburg on the west side of the stream. Worried about the possibility of native attacks along the Susquehanna, the group, led by Peter Smith, was hoping to find safety there. At sunset, the band reached Loyal Sock Creek, where they came across John Harris, who told them he'd heard gunfire from marauding natives around Lycoming Creek. Harris urged the party to turn back to Fort Muncie, but Smith and the band decided to continue onward. Shortly afterward, they would pass through a plum orchard located at the corner of today's 4th and Cemetery Streets, roughly a half hour from their destination. To widen the road for wagons, several trees had been cut down, their branches stacked along the sides of the road, making it the perfect place for an ambush. And as the wagons approached, Iroquois fighters opened fire on the party from behind the branches. The men retreated into the orchard to try and return fire, but eventually gave up and ran off, leaving the women and children behind to be set upon and tomahawked to death by the Iroquois. One boy and girl managed to escape and ran to the nearest settlement, but they were so terrified by their experience that the adults there at first did not understand what had happened. In the meantime, John Harris had reached Fort Muncie and told the garrison there of the gunfire he'd heard in Lycoming Creek. The fort commander immediately sent out a party to find the settlers and bring them back to the fort. But the troops initially went the wrong way, and it was nightfall by the time they realized it and had to return to the fort. By the time the soldiers reached the plum grove the next morning, it was much too late. What became known as the Plum Tree Massacre claimed the lives of 12 of the settlers. The victims of the Plum Tree Massacre were buried where they had fallen, and today a monument in the cemetery that sprang up around them marks their memory. With the new American nation victorious in the Revolution and the natives subsequently squeezed out of the area, more settlers would come to the region after the conflict. Two of the more prominent ones were William Hepburn and Michael Ross, who purchased land holdings, named Deer Park and Virginia respectively, along the West Branch between the Lycoming and Loyalsock Creeks. Despite the swampiness of the area, Ross had begun to build a town on his land and teamed with Hepburn to push for the new community to be made a county seat. At the time, Jaysburg, which was built on higher ground across Lycoming Creek, would have seemed to have had a better chance of becoming county seat. Residents of Jaysburg, feeling threatened by Hepburn and Ross's maneuvering, fought to get the county seat for themselves and tried to send an affidavit to state government officials, claiming the two men's land flooded too easily to have the honor. Hepburn and Ross, however, arranged to have the courier intercepted before he left the area and got him drunk, which after their agents took the affidavit and destroyed it. State officials, not wanting a protracted battle between the communities to break out, considered a third option at Dunsburg in today's Clinton County. Hepburn and Ross then played their ace after Hepburn convinced Ross to sell some of his land to the state for construction of a county courthouse and jail. The decision worked, and when Lycoming County, the name derived from a Native American word meaning Sandy Creek, was formed on April 13, 1795, the new town of Williamsport was named the county seat. There is some question of how the new town got its name. Some believe it was in honor of William Hepburn himself, others named Michael Ross's son William as the source, and others believe it came from William Russell, who owned an inn and wharf in the area. Regardless of the name source, the town eventually absorbed Jaysburg, which today is Williamsport's Newberry section. At its incorporation, Williamsport was little more than a few isolated buildings. The first school would be built in 1796, the first post office in 1799, and the first store in 1801. 1812 would see the birth of the Williamsport Academy for the Education of Youth. Originally for boys only, it opened to girls in the 1830s. By 1847, the Methodist Reverend Benjamin H. Creever purchased the school and moved it from high school to collegiate status, renaming it the Williamsport Dickinson Seminary and making it a preparatory school for Carlisle's Dickinson College. It was one of 4 schools he had officially found, and the only one still in operation today. In 1929, then college president John W. Long transformed the institution into the Williamsport Dickinson Seminary and Junior College, making it the first private junior college in the state. It would gain its current name, Lycoming College, in 1947, and today continues to serve north central Pennsylvania and the wider world with honor. Among its notable alumni are longtime state representative and Senator Dave Argall, legendary Villanova women's basketball coach Harry Perretta, and brewery magnate Dick Yingling Jr. Lycoming Warrior football would become a Division III powerhouse for many decades under longtime coach Frank Girardi. In 36 years at the helm of the Warriors' gridiron program, Girardi would win 257 games, punctuate with 13 Middle Atlantic Conference championships and 11 trips to the Division III playoffs, including appearances in the Amos Alonzo Stagg Bowl Division III National Championship game in 1990 and 1997. Canals rose up all across the United States throughout the 1830s, and the Susquehanna's West Branch was part of the craze as well. The West Branch Division of the Pennsylvania Canal opened in Williamsport on October 15, 1834, stretching from Northumberland to Farrensville, Clinton County. The first boat to travel through the waters on its way to Jersey Shore was owned by George P. Auchenbach, while the first cargo to land in Williamsport was iron for John B. Hall's furnace in town. For the next 20 years, the canal would dominate the community, with produce being floated up and down the waterway to market. One of those who frequented the canal in its heyday was Daniel Hughes, a barge owner of mixed ethnicity. His occupation navigating on the canal would prove a prime cover for his secondary job, conductor and station master in the Underground Railroad. Hughes would pick up escaped slaves in Maryland at Havre de Grace near the Susquehanna's mouth, hide them in his barge's hold, and float them back up the river to Williamsport. From there, he would take them to his property in a wooded hollow north of Williamsport, which had several caves they could hide out in. Hughes and his family fed and gave medical care to the escapees when they were on his property, and afterwards he and his sons would guide them to the next station on the Underground Railroad in the area, at the Apker House in Trout Run. It was a dangerous mission, with hostile neighbors and slave catchers in the area, and as Hughes and his family worked primarily under the cover of moonless nights. They would take to stringing horsehairs across the road while guiding the escapees to literally trip up any bounty hunters or slave catchers that might be wise to them. Their planning would pay off, though, as no slaves would be caught near Hughes's property during his time as a conductor. Today, the hollow in which the Hughes house once stood has been named Freedom Road for his efforts to give liberty to others. Another African-American woman in Williamsport would break down barriers in the literary world. Julia Collins was working as a schoolteacher at an African-American school in Williamsport when she would become the first black woman to publish a novel, albeit posthumously, as she passed on in 1865 before her book The Curse of Caste was completed. Her editors finished the book for her, including both a sad and a happy ending to Collins' main character Claire, to cover each way Collins might have ended the story.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.